This is Lookup Channel. Today we are covering the following topics on the war in Ukraine. It's the 544th day of the war. Ukraine manages to completely destroy Russian strategic bomber for first time. Ukraine is ready to exchange Russian Belgorod for NATO membership. 60 F-16s can change course of war in Ukraine. Ukraine manages to completely destroy Russian strategic bomber for first time. Ukraine has been able to completely destroy a Russian long-range strategic bomber for the first time due to a drone attack on an airfield in Belgorod Oblast. On the morning of August 19, the Ukrainian Defense Forces attacked a military airfield in Belgorod Oblast, Russian Federation, with drones, damaging at least one aircraft. At least one plane was damaged, the Russian Defense Ministry reported. A photo of the Soltsi Air Base in Belgorod Oblast may have appeared online after a drone strike. The photo shows a completely strategic bomber. Russian media say that there is no engineering and technical capacity left in Russia for construction of new strategic bombers. Ukraine is ready to exchange Russian Belgorod for NATO membership. In response to a question on the possibility of territorial concessions for the sake of Ukraine's membership in NATO, President Volodymyr Zelensky said this weekend at a joint press conference with Mette Frederiksen, Prime Minister of Denmark, that Ukraine was ready to exchange it for the Russian city of Belgorod. That is how Zelensky commented on proposals to exchange the territory of Ukraine for peace and NATO membership. Frederiksen noted that it is up to Ukraine to decide whether to negotiate peace and when these negotiations should take place. President Zelensky ruled out the possibility of exchanging Ukrainian territories for anything in his comment on the likelihood of peace negotiations with the Russian Federation. On August 15, Stian Jensen, head of the NATO Secretary-General's office, suggested that Ukraine could potentially join the alliance in exchange for its territory. Subsequently, Jensen referred to his proposals to discuss Ukraine's membership of the North Atlantic Alliance in exchange for territorial concessions to Russia as a mistake. 60 F-16s can change course of war in Ukraine. Western F-16 fighters can change the course of events at the contact line because air cover is the key to the success of ground operations. Ukraine wants to use Western fighters faster, but the process is not easy. Ukrainian airfields have artificial runways made of concrete slabs with seams between them. If they properly prepare those runways, there are no problems there. F-16s visited Ukraine in 2012 during Euro 2012. They landed on the runways of the Belgorod airfield, and then Ukrainian pilots tried to control them in pairs with experienced pilots. Besides well-groomed runways, Ukraine needs to do other logistics and infrastructure that will protect aircrafts in combat conditions so that Russia cannot destroy them at the airfields. But dozens of Ukrainian aircraft are now flying missions in the sky daily, and the armed forces of Ukraine have learned to protect people and equipment. Ukraine plans to receive not only American F-16s but also other Western fighters, including the Swedish Saab JAS-39 Gripen. They will gradually replace old Soviet equipment Ukraine operates. Therefore, Western partners will train not only pilots but also aircraft maintenance technicians who provide flight support. 3 months after US President Joe Biden's decision to allow NATO allies to train Ukrainian pilots on F-16 fighter jets, President Zelensky announced on August 20 that Ukraine would receive 42 aircraft from the Netherlands, the first set to arrive by the end of 2023. The Danish Defense Ministry also confirmed its commitment to delivering F-16s to Ukraine. Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen pledged 19 F-16s, announcing that the first 6 aircraft would be delivered to Ukraine by the end of this year.